Jamal Niaz here with Campbell Hatton. Finally here, Manchester Arena card for yourself. I know you fought on the Chisora Parker card last year, but you got the full crowd here. You're going to fully experience that Hatton atmosphere on Saturday. How excited are you for that?
Yeah, can't wait. It's been a dream since being a kid to box at the MEN, and obviously I have done before, but behind closed doors it might as well have been anywhere. Whereas this time, I'm going to get all the atmosphere and have all my friends and family there behind me, so really excited, can't wait.
You've been on a tear lately, 2 finishes in a row, but last time I saw you suffered your biggest defeat of your career, mate. You had that Connect 4 loss to Ricky. Has he let you up on that yet? He must have been rubbing it in.
He's not as brave as he makes out. It didn't get mentioned again, that.
He showed he's the brains of the family there. That was embarrassing to see, Campbell. That was embarrassing. Is a rematch on the cards for that? Or are you choosing the game next time?
I had to let him for his confidence, you see. You know what I mean? He's definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, not the brains of the family. I've got the GCEs.
The GCSEs, mate. You didn't help yourself there, mate.
GCEs, maths and art.
Alright, we're talking about Saturday. You've obviously got your stablemate Luke coming in. Luke's fighting on his first Matchroom card. He's representing the red side, Campbell. Now, you know I'm a red as well, but what's it like, the banter in the gym? You must be tearing them apart lately because we're doing absolutely awful.
Yeah, he doesn't have much to say really when it comes to football at the minute, which I don't blame him, but makes a tasty spar. But no, yeah, really excited to have us both on the same show. Obviously the first time that's happened for us, and Luke's a top fighter and he should be on cards like this, so it's a great opportunity for him to show everyone how good he is, and no doubt that he's going to impress people.
Obviously you both help each other in camp, but there must be that added intensity and motivation when you got each other to draw off that you're both fighting on the same card. How is that? Because you've not experienced that before, have you?
No, it's been great because we've always boxed at similar times, but obviously you're in different stages of camp, and whereas I'll be on the last hard week of things like that, and he might be a bit might be down here because he's a few weeks behind. Whereas this time we're both in the thick of it together, and we've been able to get plenty of rounds in sparring together, all working towards the same night. So yeah, looking for big performances off us both.
Do you feel like things are really starting to come together for you in there now? You know, 2 finishes in a row. You must have massive confidence now, and you must enjoy that aggressive action style that you've always wanted to showcase in there, and it is coming together now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Me and Matt have been seeing it in the gym for for the last couple of years, and it's just not quite. We've just not quite managed to get it going on the night. Whereas now I'm starting to relax and settle down, and I've took a lot of the pressure off myself. I think that's why we're starting to see a completely different fighter in there now, and that's the way forward. I'm not like we said, we went away on the smaller show, and that's where it really kicked off for me, and I started relaxing. But now the shows are getting bigger again. It's not going to creep back towards the over-eager forcing it. I want to carry on doing the calm, composed stuff and picking my shots and showing me nice boxing that we know that I'm capable of.
Yeah, and you were meant to fight on the same card as Conor last year, but that didn't happen, and you and Conor go back a long way. As we mentioned the whole time, you have very similar backgrounds, similar sorts of goals in to separate from your father's footsteps. What's it going to be like competing on his card? And he's going up against a guy that Matty's fought as well, so there's some cool storylines heading into this one as well. Yeah,
it is. Conor's one of the only people in the world that's been in the same position as me, so it is good to spend time around him. Obviously, I went down to Essex at the end of last year and did a bit of training down there with him and Tony, and had bits of sparring with Joe Cordina, and just picked his brains really. Got loads of great advice, so he's done a lot for me in my career, and like I say, he gives me a lot of confidence that he's been in my position at the start of his career, where under the spotlight, learning on the job with a lot of criticism, and he's stayed in the gym, worked hard, persevered, and come out the other side now, and it gives me confidence that if I work hard and the scripts, I can do the same.
Yeah, do you not think it's mad as well, when Conor was in the same position as you were, where there were criticisms of his performance and that he wasn't living up to his dad's expectations early on, but now they've got the Van Heerden fight and people saying, it's too easy of a fight for him. You can't win, can you?
That's what I've found easy to change my mindset is you just can't win. Like, no matter what you do, you're always going to have someone giving you grief. You can't change it. So I've sort of got the mindset now that if I prepare well and make sure I couldn't do any more in the gym, and I go in there and do myself justice on the night, and no, I couldn't have tried any harder. I'm happy with that, and that's been the difference. That's why you're seeing a more relaxed fighter, and that's why you're seeing me take my time and think about what I'm doing.
Obviously, you were so active last year. It's hard to think that you made your pro debut last year. Just in terms of where you were this time last year and where you are now as a human being, you're starting to silence those doubters in there with the performances, and the confidence is so clear to see that it's growing. How proud are you of the obstacles that you've overcome so far and how far you've come?
Yeah, you touched on it there. It's not just as a boxer, but as a person, I've come a massive way. I think where you've seen the stick I've got early on in my career that I've had to put up with, and now I've managed to sort of turn it round a little bit. Where in my early fights, so after it, even when I've come away with a win, I've been scared to look at my phone to think
that's crazy.
Like the stick I'm getting, and whereas in my last fight I struggled to find a negative comment. So I think I've come a long way as a person and as a fighter, and I think this now really the last couple of fights is the start of my career where I'm showing like the real Campbell Hatton.
Even though it is good, like you said, to hear those positive thoughts, is it a case of you can't get too comfortable checking, oh, did they like my performance, did they not like my performance, because then you're becoming overly reliant on people's opinions, if you know what I mean. Do you think the best thing is to just cut off from the social media side of things for a bit, or do you go back and check every now and again?
You know what, I've not even got it on my phone this week. Like, there's a time for that, and then there's a time to block it out and focus on the job. So fight week, deleted all the apps, and I'll come back to it after. Don't need to see it because there will be negative stuff on there. Like, I don't care who you are, your AJs, your Tyson Furies, Canelo, like the top of the game. If you go, there'll be stuff on their social media, people giving them grief. Like, you never completely get rid of it, and I don't need to see it this week.
And we're just talking about the Manchester Arena. You've witnessed some amazing moments. Your dad's fought there. Obviously, Crawler, who you're a massive fan of. Which is your favourite moment? Obviously, you can include one of your dad's as well, but and one not your dad's as well, so we're not being too biased. What's your favourite Manchester Arena boxing memory?
Not including my dad. I never went to my dad's fights, didn't go to any of them, but Crawler Linares, Josh Warrington, Frampton. They're like some of the best atmospheres I've been to live. But the best memory is one that I weren't even there for, and it's my dad against Costa Zoo.
100%, one of the greatest nights in British boxing history. And just in terms of what Ricky's mentioned about that experience at the Manchester Arena, first time experiencing it in front of a full crowd, how pleased is he for this one? He must be buzzing.
Yeah, we're all, as a family, we're all massively excited. We've got like in the local area, everyone's been desperate to come and get behind us, and it's always been like I've had a few fights abroad, or I've had it in London, and it's been difficult for everyone to get there, and this one everyone's banged up for it. We can't wait, so just can't come quick enough now.
Can't wait to see you back in there, Campbell. I know you're about to go and work out, so I'm going to let you go. Thanks so much for your time.
Nice one, mate. Class.